Hello, hello, hello. It is I, Queen Diva, and you're watching the Queen Diva YouTube channel. It is the last Friday of 2023, December 29th, 2023. How was your day? Mine was very interesting. It was very, very interesting. I did an interview, and I'm definitely going to share it with you when it's all edited and ready to roll. I'd never encountered what I encountered during that interview, so it was very surprising to be in a conversation with someone who tells you they don't believe you. They don't believe what you just shared. And it kind of threw me. It kind of threw me. I had never had a conversation, whether it's an interview for a job or interview for a radio podcast or just talking to somebody, just conversation. I've never had anyone tell me, I don't believe you. I don't believe what you just shared. It sounds delusional. It sounds delusional. How can someone tell you what you know you experienced to tell you that what you experienced sounds delusional? Sounds like your vivid imagination. What? Needless to say, I was very highly offended. And absolutely, I told him too. But it was an interesting conversation, and I'm glad that I had it because it definitely opened my eyes to when you have conversations with some people, they're not necessarily listening to want to receive your words. They're just listening just so they can continue on a conversation. That's nonsensical. It was absolutely nonsensical. And when I realized that I was in a nonsensical conversation, I said, well, let me see where this is going to go. Because many people are going to watch this in the future. So I'm going to make sure that I stay on course with what I have to share because somebody's definitely going to receive my words. And so it doesn't matter if the person I'm talking to is coming across nonsensical. I got to make sure I stay on point with my subject and what I know. Because I can't talk about anything else other than what I know, what I've experienced, and what I believe to be real. Very interesting. We talked about, and you probably can guess, religion. We talked about religion, and I talked about my walk and my belief in Christianity. And it was very, very interesting. So I'm definitely going to share with you all where and when you can listen to its entirety. It's raw and uncut, unedited, so you get to see and hear all of our reaction and conversation throughout the hour. I think it was an hour and a half that I had this conversation with him. But I learned a valuable lesson. And what I learned was several things, but one in particular I learned is just because you have a conversation with somebody doesn't mean that they are there to receive what you give them. Some people just like to talk just to be talking. Or some people like to talk just to be devil's advocate, to try to trip you up to see if you're going to stay on course or stay in line or stay confident in what you're sharing. And then some people just like to rattle your chain and just to see which direction you're going to go if you don't stay on point and in purpose with what you're sharing. So I definitely learned that whenever you are in a conversation, and especially in a conversation where many people can hear you, it's very important to stay true and confident in what you're saying. And don't waver to the left or to the right, but to share what you know. Not what you think, but share what you know and share it in confidence. And that person has no choice but to receive what you are saying. And I know throughout the conversation, there was glimmers, as he was listening. I knew he was receiving what I was saying, but he was staying the course in being nonsensical and to be devil's advocate throughout the entire conversation. And I thought that was fascinating because I had never experienced anything like that in my life. He's a very good podcaster host. He knows how to push the buttons and try to throw you off rail. But I know that I know that I know God and I know Jesus. And there's nothing that anyone or anything or anybody can say to try to trip me up on my belief and what I know I've experienced being a daughter of God. So it was a very interesting interview, and I'll absolutely share it with you, with you all when I get the information and you can check it out. But it was very interesting. Definitely a lesson learned. Definitely a lesson learned. My 2023, I have to say, has been amazing. I learned a lot of things about myself, and it was the first time in my life that I was recognized for what I do in service. And I never imagined that I would ever get the highest award you can possibly get as a citizen in service, a Presidential Volunteer Lifetime Achievement Award. Never imagined. I serve because I love to serve. I love helping the community and helping, in any way that I can to, bring a smile. I really believe in being a part of the Smile Ministry. And I really, truly feel that serving the community is the best way you can connect with people, learn and love people. I think it's just the most beautiful thing. It's the most beautiful thing. So I would say the word of the day on this last Fantabulous Friday of 2023 is to show love. To show love and to tell people that you love them. I think that is really a harder thing to do for many people because they either don't grow up in an environment where words of love and affection are shared, or they just never been told. And if you've never been told I love you, it's really hard for you to tell it to someone else. So let's make a decision for 2024 to start telling people that we love them. Those simple 3 words, I love you, is enough. You don't have to go on and explain anything. You don't have to say anything else. Those 3 words are enough. They're enough. And you're enough. And you can absolutely receive love, but you got to be open to it. So in order to receive love, you got to give it. And it's not just by actions only. People light up like Christmas trees when you tell them, I love you. And it's just not done enough. It's just not done enough. I know myself, I'm thankful that I have people in my life that tell me they love me. And it just is the best thing ever. It really is. Especially when you have a rough day and stuff is going on. Oh, this place. I'm working on my sound, I promise. When you have a rough day and, you just really need something encouraging and empowering, and for someone to tell you, it's okay, everything's going to be all right, I love you. It just makes it it really just makes it better. I can only speak for myself. But if you know when someone tells you that they love you, how do you feel? How much better do you feel? So just imagine how you feel when you're told, I love you. How do you think the people in your life feel when you tell them? Can you even remember the last time you told someone you love them? I say try it today, and you'll see so much love is going to be poured back on you. It takes practice, especially if you don't do it often. So if you like what you're watching, click the like button, click the subscribe button. I'm on a journey to get to 1,000 subscribers. I enjoyed you all in 2023, and I look forward to so much more in 2024. Thank you for watching, and as always, shine resplendently.